Hello crafters, I'm JanB and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Today I'd like to share with you the swaps I received when I went to Stampin' Up OnStage Local Convention in Telford last weekend. The instructions we have on what to make are just a card front, and all the products must be Stampin' Up and they must be current products. A lot of people do 3D projects, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with the card fronts and then I'll move on to the boxes and bags and things. Okay, so with the cards I'm going to give you a little description of whatever is here if I think it may not be quite obvious on the screen, and I will definitely tell you who made each of them. So this is a card front that's been made by Hilary Gregory, and these flowers that she's done here, she's heat embossed them on vellum. That looks really beautiful. This is an actual little card, and this has been made by Jane Wilson. This is really lovely, I like this. This is handmade with love by Alison. She's embossed the white layer, and these are my favourite flowers. I love these. I can't think which stamp set they're from, and I also like the Timeless Textures stamp set that she's used at the back. Really like that, it's lovely. This one I think is Linda Kasparian. Yeah, she's a friend of mine, we're in the same team together. I don't have this stamp set so I can't tell you what it is, but I like the sharp contrast in colours on that one. This one's cute, I like this. Unfortunately the teapot set is going to be retiring at the end of May, and this was made by Nettie Turner, so that's cute. And this one was made by Susan Simpson. That's the embossing folder that we had, which we all used as falling snow when it was Christmas, but since then it's been used for loads of different things now. This is another one with the Timeless Textures stamp set, and this has been made by Julie Forbes, and the punch that she's used here, the washi tape punch, that's also going to retire. I know a lot of the things that are going to retire, but I don't know all of them. I'll tell you those when I see them. This I think is absolutely gorgeous. This was made by Jo Emerton. She's used an embossing folder to do the background, and she's actually painted the embossing folder, so when she put it through the big shot, the ink went onto the alternate stripes. And this is a stamp set I don't have, can't think what it's called, but looking at this I think I may well have to get it. This is another lovely card. This is made by Sarah Lloyd. I know there's a stamp set called By the Tide, which is going to be retiring. I don't know if the starfish is in that one or not. I know we've got a couple about the sea, but I like her combination of all sorts really. I think there's a few different stamp sets there. Really lovely. It's an unusual size as well. Most people stick to the normal little A6 size, which is the one that I do, but that looks as if it's probably a 6x6. Now this is beautiful. I love this. It's definitely a stamp set that I don't have. I think it's just one stamp, but this looks like, who is it? Lorna Angwin. It looks like she's used the baby wipe technique on that. I keep saying that I really must do it. I will do one day. This is an interesting one as well. I can't quite work out. This is made by Linda McKissick. I can't decide whether she had one sheet of paper stamped and then cut it and just layered them, or whether that was just the pieces were put like that and stamped on it. I imagine it was one piece and then cut and laid like that. I think it's absolutely super. I think that's given a really brilliant result. By the way, if you see anything here that you'd like to know more details on it, just make a note of the time on the video where you've seen it, so that I can go back, have a look at it without having to watch the whole video, because this is going to be quite a long video. Another one that's been made using the washi tape punch, which I say that is going to be retired, and this has been made by Emma R. That's a really good idea, I like that. This is nice as well, I like this one. This has used the brick wall embossing folder. Very grungy look there, but what I would describe as a tidy grunge. I don't know if that makes sense. But also these little flowers have been punched in vellum. This looks like it was one of the vellum designs from the Sale-A-Bration stack that we had, and that's made by, oh, confusing me, Mitosu Crafts. So that's very nice. And another one, I think this is Lost Lagoon. This has been made by JanB. Love all the butterflies. That's 2 different sets, I think, that she's used here. Not sure, but that's really nice. I love the effect of this one as well. I suspect what she's done is, I think she's used a block and she's inked the block and put it down and then stamped over it. Or maybe did the block first. Again, something else I really must try. And that has been done by Andrea Nichols. Well done, Andrea, like that. Really like that. This looks nice as well. Again, I like the crisp look of this. That may also been done by a block. That colour at the background. And that was done by Lisa Runnels. Lots of ideas here for me. And this one has been made by Zoe Tant. Can't think what stamp sets these are. And this one, oh, I haven't used this. That's the background on the stamp set. You've got this. One stamp is a flower, large flower, and this is like the background stamp for the back of it. Tammy Ogden made this, and I like the way she's combined the flowers and the butterflies too, the pink and the blue. This one, somebody's actually done a complete card and given the envelope. This is Linda Dewar. And what she's done is she's had the Whisper White cardstock here, punched the white butterflies out, layered it onto some Bermuda Bay, but the white butterflies she cut out, she's put on the inside. So that's a nice touch, and she's been very generous because she's given an envelope as well with that. That comes from our note card packs, which is the one that I use for thank you cards like that. This is a nice card, I like this. This is definitely a set that I'm going to be buying. It's balloon something or other, and it comes with dies, I believe, as well. And that has been made by Jane Owen. I like the colour combination on this one as well. I have this, can't think what stamp set it is, but I haven't used the dragonfly yet, but I really do like it. And that has been made by Helen Winstone. So that's one pile. Bring the next one over. This was made by my good friend Kim Fee. Just double check, yes. And this bit here has been done by tearing a piece of paper and then sponging over it so that you get the torn looking edge, and I like this. It's that I would use very much for a sympathy card. That looks really nice, and that was made by Maggie Poland. This is nice and bright and cheerful. I've got these sequins, but I've never used them. And I'm not normally a yellow and orange person, but that's gone together really well. And that's been made by Donna Ferguson. Oh, this is the balloon one. Now to me that's jelly beans. I don't know whether who's done this? Kerry Houghton. I don't know whether she's intended them to be jelly beans or balloons, but that definitely looks like jelly beans to me. Very sweet. Sorry. Another one with the dragonfly on it, and who is it? I don't like saying she. Helen Cook has used our crystal effects on this, so it's gone all glossy and shiny. And unfortunately, that's something else that's going to be retiring as well. Our glossy crystal effects, rather. And she's also used this beautiful mint macaroon lace underneath here. And this is the card that I posted to my blog today, an open heart, and this is retiring too, which I'm really sad about, because there's also a really nice bird that comes in this set. I like the colour scheme here, the way Josephine Law has combined like two colours on the leaves there, two-tone. I think that looks really nice. And this one has also used vellum. This is just a little piece of vellum across here. So that looks nice. And that is Poppy Paper Crafts. Oh, the girl's name is Debbie Miodonsky. Hope I've said that okay. And this is nice and bright. This is a cheerful card, this one. It's quite high for a dimensional there. But that looks good. And that's Moya Coulton. As I was doing swaps, I did try and check all of them to make sure there was a name on the back, and if there wasn't, I wrote it on there, like this one. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do all of them. So this one is by Elaine Matthews. I can't think of the name of the stamp set on that one, but it's a nice one, I like it. And she's also done the inside as well, which is always a nice touch. And this has been made by Sam Hammond, and she's done her card as a tent card. That was one of the most beautiful DSPs that we had, and that one's retiring as well. I think that's one in the spring summer catalogue. This is really nice. I like this. Keep holding these upside down. It's only when I read them. But that's really nice. Now, I wouldn't have done these two little splashes of colour here, but I think it's worked really well. And this one is another one that came with an envelope. These are, this is another of our little thank you, no, not thank you, note cards. They come with the envelopes, and you can get them in the Whisper White like this, or the crumb cake. We don't call that crumb cake, do we? The words escape me at the moment, like craft, I suppose. But yes, like a thank you card, and it's made by Prudence Jones. So thank you for that, Prudence. I'm going to put those down on my basket because they're going to fall over if I'm not careful. Okay. And I like the way this has been done as well. The flower's been punched out of the Whisper White piece, layered onto the Designer Series paper stack from that colour group. I can't think what it is. And then she's inked the edges of the flower, twisted it round and popped it back on again. That looks nice. And that was made by Laura Goodyear. This is the Irresistibly something or other paper that we've been doing, so that you can sponge it, ink it, whatever, and it'll take the colour on the bit that hasn't been embossed. Very much like the Irresistibly Yours that we had last Sale-A-Bration, not this year but last year. Again, this one's disappearing. This also is retiring as well, the triple corner punch, that's going to be retiring. And that was made by Daphne Philpott. And this is a lovely stamp set which is staying. The number of years the world has been a better place because you're in it. This comes with that stamp set as well, and it's got numbers with it, so you could put however old somebody is, say 29. So 29, the number of years the world's been a better place because you're in it. Lovely touch that, I think. This is a really nice one as well. This has been made of somebody else who didn't give me their name. Karen Gilchrist. What I like that she's done here is she's drawn these little lines on the corners. It's just a little touch, but it adds so much. You know, if that wasn't on there, that would be really quite bland. But she's done really well with that. Like that idea. And this is one of 2 or 3 cards where somebody has made their own, like, designer series paper. And I think this has worked really well because she's carried these flowers through. It's all the same stamp set. So that's good. I like that. That's Karen Young. And this one, I'm really sad. This is the swallowtail stamp is going as well. It's such a beautiful stamp. And that was made by Tracy Breeze. And this butterfly is from Bold Butterfly Framelit. So I suspect she's drawn around that because that's not been cut out. But I can't quite work out how she's done the orangey, yellowy, pinky colour at the back there. And that's been made by Jessie B. Now this one, this is clever. When I first saw this stamp, when we were in Brussels at a convention last November, I knew I had to buy it. And I was pleased because it's a really good stamp set. A really clever thing, who is it? Used by Helen Winsper. Okay, Helen Winsper. She has actually stamped onto ribbon here. And she used our black archival ink, and that's something I've definitely got to try. How clever is that? And this here, that's part of the triple corner punch that's going to be retiring as well. So that's a bit sad to see that go. I love the combination of the colours here. I love how this has all been designed. I think this is really good. This is disappearing as well. This is the Feel Goods stamp set. I'll be sorry to see that one go as well. And this has been made by Tina Phipps. I like this one too. I love how this person, who is Ellie Cliff, I like how Ellie has done this picture and done the frame round it. Really beautiful. I like her background here too. In fact, everything about it. This is a beautiful card as well. This again is on vellum. This is a bit of our lace, which that must be, that's retiring. Yes, it is. The butterflies are staying. And this has been made by Michelle Last. So very nice. A lot of work's gone into that. Thank you, Michelle. And this one, that's had the Hello die cut out of there. And that's been made by Tracy Abrahams. And this has been made, stamped from that background one that I said earlier on. This is a cute little card. I like how the bow tie has been stamped onto some DSP. And this has been made by Nina. I don't know Nina's other name, but her Facebook page is Paper and Ting. This is another one where somebody's done their own DSP. They've used the flower shop stamps here, whereas the other one used the petite petals. So that looks good. And that was Sandra. Made that one. This one has used cardstock, and then that layer underneath is DSP, which is that same set that I said earlier, which is one of my favourites. And there's that stamp again, I think it's really gorgeous. And the sparkle on this card, I don't know if you can see. Yes, some of it's being picked up. There's sparkle on the butterfly on the centres there and here, and that's all been made by our Dazzling Details. That's a clear one. I think possibly all of it's clear. I think maybe the colour's coming up because it's on ink underneath. This looks nice as well, I like this. It's quite simple. I'm never keen on that DSP. It's Bohemian something. But I think the colours on that goes really well. I like that. And this is another nice one, another vellum here. Our vellum cardstock, the quality of it is really lovely. And this has been on watercolour paper, like a water wash, and that's been heat embossed with white embossing powder. And I like how she's done this as well, the colouring on that stamp. I imagine that must have been done by painting it with marker pens. And that was by Anna Kroll. So thank you, Anna. I like this idea as well. These are punched out with a punch, a hexagon punch, which I think may be retiring. Not 100% on that, but I think that's a great idea. Really lovely. And that's been made by Anne Aitchison. And another one with the designing their own DSP. And this one's used both stamp sets, the large flower and the small flower. That looks good. And that was by Helen Ding. So thank you for that. This is an interesting one. When I first saw this, I thought it were strips of the pinky one and then a block of the lighter pink. But when I had a chance to look at it properly, this is actually all strips. And these are all strips. Must have taken a lot of patience to do that. Very clever. So she obviously did all of that and then punched the circle out and had her stamping underneath. It's a clever idea, isn't it? And that was Samantha Potter. This is another one I like as well. I think it's probably the colour combination. I don't know, just combination of everything on here. I like this. This is made by Pat Ayton Stewart. Oh, right, this one, I'd taken all of my things out of cellophane bags because when I'm watching a video I can't stand that continual rustle. But I had to leave this bag in there because this is by, I think, yes, Anne Ronsky, and she put hers in here and sealed it up like that. I mean, that's so cute. So that's the only cellophane bag you'll be seeing. Had to save that to show you. And again, I like this one. This is very much like previously. Cut the flower out, twist it and pop it on top. I'm not sure because I don't have this paper, never bought it, but what I suspect has happened is that is the reverse side of that, or, yes it is. So on the back of this is this spotty paper. So that's a good idea, I like that. Anne Ronsky, that's right. And this one is another one of my friends. This is from Shell Bauer. I like this. I like the simplicity of this, and I love this kind of colour scheme. Really nice. And this one, a lot of work has gone into this by Jane Smith. Done the dry embossing here and sponged it. She's done a lot of stamping here, and she's added her own extra bits as well, because that's two-tone, and on this one too. Lovely masculine card, all about travel, suitcase, passport, ship. So that's really nice, a lot of work. And this, I like this, never bought it, but I didn't buy it because I know me, I would have wanted to coloured that in and it would have finished up with hundreds of colours, and I don't really like multicolours, I much prefer more simple. And that was made by Jeanette Patterson. I'm not sure whether the Stafford is, whether it's a hyphen Stafford or Stafford is where she's from, but certainly Jeanette, so many thanks for that. Right, so that's all the straightforward card fronts. So next I'm going to show you 4 card fronts that have chocolates attached to them. First of all, there's this one, and this here is a blue Hershey's Kiss. I haven't eaten any of the chocolates so far. I've done really well. And that's been made by Carol Creswell. Really like that. The way she's got the colours together is just beautiful. This one was in a cello bag and had the chocolate by the side of it. One of my favourites, these. And this was made by Justina Silinska. And this is the teacup set that's going to be retiring. So thank you for that. And this one was made by Carol. I don't know Carol's other name, but she had some chocolates and she punched out the hearts and sandwiched it in between there, and then punched that heart and stamped that just for you. So I've got quite a few chocolates here that I can eat later on. And this one is from my friend Caroline, and she made the little bag with Stampin' Up paper with chocolate on top. Love you more than chocolate. Yep, Caroline Hallett. Thank you, Caroline. Okay, now these ones are bookmarks. So first of all, there's the one that slides over your book like that, and that's by Jo Slaney. These are great. This is the kind that I used to use in my book. Just brilliant idea. And these kind with the paper clip, these are really very good. I sent one over to my mum. She lives in Australia and she absolutely loves these. She thinks they're great. And this was by Adrienne Diamond. And then another one, this one had a thank you card attached to it, and this was made by Gosia McKinnon, and that's her bookmark. But she's also got a magnet on the back, which means you could put it on your fridge, and any important notes you've got, you could hang them up like that. It's clever, isn't it? And then there's ones that I'm just calling tags. These are tags come bookmarkers. There's this one here, which has been inserted, which you could use as a for a gift card, and that's made by Margaret Allison. This one's nice. This is stamp set that's going to be retiring. Dream Without Fear, Love Without Limits, and that's been made by Emily Thompson. This one, that's this balloon set that I said I really must get. I'm not sure whether that's meant to be as a bookmarker, but I would certainly use that. And that's been made by Paula Good-Eve. Then there's a smaller one here, so this one I would call a tag, but that's a thank you, and that's been made by Beverly Bryant. This one's really cute. The only thing is I wouldn't use that for my books because it's on dimensionals, and that wouldn't do a book any good. But I think the design on it is really lovely. I love how it's all been layered like this. So really nice, I like that. This is a bookmarker, and the idea about this one is you can slide it over your page, which is a good idea. And this was made by Karen Kilner. And I like this. So much colour in there. And this has been made on our white shimmery paper. It's been made by Carrie Buckham, a friend of mine. And also like what she's done with the ribbon as well. She's coloured that. That comes as white. And this is another friend of mine. This is Cherry. That's like a double bookmark. Another one. This has been made using last year's 5 ink. No, not last year's. Previous year's in colours. These are the 5 that are retiring on 31st of May. So if you need anything in those colours, you really need to buy them quickly because they're on the retiring list now. And that was made by Stamping with Fiona. And there's a nice little dinky one. This is what I would call a tag. I think this is really lovely. The detail on here, for if you're putting that onto a gift for somebody, I think that's lovely. And that was made by Kate Discombe. And this one would have to be a tag as well, because you'd never be able to use that as a book marker. But that's really nice. A lot of work has gone into that to make all of these. A lot of patience. And that was made by Laura Van. These ones, one way or another, are all notepads. Okay, so that's post-it note, and it's got a little pen in there. And this was made by Dawn Michelle Bromehead. And this little notepad, one of my favourite flowers, that one. That has been made by Michelle Phillips. And this one has been made by Violet Gibson. And this, I haven't seen this idea for a long time. It's a great idea. I might have to revisit this one because I've done this myself before. Did it in one of the classes. But that's really lovely. I think the two colours go together nicely because most post-it notepads come like this colour. You can get the other colours, but not quite so easy. And this has been made by Lainey B Crafts. And then this one is a little notepad that's come in a box. So there's a lot of work gone into this one. So the notepad matches up with this DSP. Okay, so it's like that. And also in this box is a pen and a chocolate, and the pen matches quite well with all of that. Oh no, don't tell me there's not a card with that. I wonder if that was yours. I've got a spare card here. I wonder if that belongs to Helen Day. I'm going to have to find out, but that's the only name that I have for this one. In fact, I'm going to put that on one side so I remember to have a look at that. These three is a little slip-in, slip-out card. This one would be great if you wanted to put a gift card in there. And this was made by Hattie Fletcher. And these two have belly bands around them. One's gone vertical and this one's gone horizontal. So first of all, the vertical one has been made by Kathy Treblecock, and inside is a sachet of I imagine that, oh no, it's Lily, it is Lily. I was going to say Lily of the Valley, but it isn't. I can see the picture there's Lily. I'm not sure what's in there. Be nice if it was seeds, but I will find out sometime. So that goes on that way. Come on, don't mess about. That's it. And this one is a bit tighter because I've put the person's name in there. When I take out all the cellophane bags, I make sure that I stick everybody's names on there so that I don't lose them, like this one. Now this is a nice idea. This is the actual card. Okay, this is the Feel Goods, which is retiring, and this was made by Stacey Marsh. So thank you for that, Stacey. Now I'm not going to try putting that on during the video because I know that one's a bit tight. I'm going to show you some 3D cards now. Now first of all, this one has been made by Emma O'Byrne, and hers is a twister card. I thought I had twisted that a bit more than that, so that it would just pop open as I showed you. But that's lovely, I like that idea. And this one is a self-supporting mini easel card. So it's the 3 butterflies. Okay, so it's that one there, that one, and the one that's standing up. I'm not quite sure how I should be standing this up for it to be self-supporting. But it's lovely anyway. I like the idea that it's a fancy shape rather than squares and circles, which is normal. And that's M. Fairley, thank you. And this one is amazing. The lady who made this, she also made these little things here. They were all different, and that can unclip and come off of the card. But when you open the card up, it opens up like that. Isn't that clever? Definitely got to find out how that one works. Who made it? Oh, this is D. Copus Reed, who works under the name of Lady D Crafts. Really nice, that one. This one is a flower pot. I have seen these before, or at least I've seen the videos of them. I've never actually seen one in the flesh, so to speak. But you've got a card in there that pulls out of the flower pot, and the flower pot is got like 3D there. It's got a fold, so that's really good. That's Hilary Folds. And then these two are what they call a TP fold card. They are absolutely great. The thing is, if you were sending one of these to somebody who's not a card maker, you'd have to put instructions in the envelope how this should be put together, because what happens is you fold them like that and then they stand up that way. Okay, so that bit would be sitting on the floor, on the shelf, and different people do different things to close the cards up. This one was made by Jill Moore, and Jill's put some red sticky strip down there, so you take that off and then stick it down there. So that's one way of doing it. And another way is this one, and this was done by Karen Ripley, and I've stuck it on like that because I know that when I fold the card it's going to be okay. Now the way Karen has done this to adhere together, she's put some little Velcro dots on here. So you bring those round, close them together, and then that is it, like that. Okay. Because my camera's filming down, it's very difficult to show, but I'm sure you get the idea. Again, that is something else I really must do. Okay. Right, I want to show you this. I know initially it doesn't look very much, but on here it says Parkinson's Change Attitudes, Find a Cure, Join Us. And inside here is this, and when you open this up, in here is this little cornflower, and this cornflower is embedded with cornflower seeds. So if you plant this, you get lots of cornflower flowers. Isn't that a good idea? I think it's really clever. And this was made by Leslie Gillett. So great idea there, Leslie. And a great way of promoting the Parkinson's charity as well. Right, now I've got boxes in front of me, so I'm just going to start one side and work my way across. Okay, so this one is a fold that doesn't use any glue. Okay, so you finish up with 2 pockets. There's one at the back, one at the front. This one's got a tea bag in it. And then you can also put something inside. And this is some biscuits. And then this is made by Rebecca. She's another friend. Well, I keep saying, you know, the friends. Loads of these people are my friends. That's one of the beauties of Stamping Up. You make so many new friends. That I think is just so cute. It's just a little cat. So that's nice. And this little flower is from the Botanicals Builder framelits. And this has been made by Anne Wall. And what she's done is she's put a little magnet in there, so you can pop that onto your fridge. This is just so beautiful, really like this. Again, vellum. I must find out how these little frames are made. I love this. And this has been made by JanB Stamping. That is just so beautiful. This is a little basket made by Pauline Barnfather. She made some of these for us on our last training, and she shared the template, how to make them. And of course it's got a lovely little chocolate in there as well, so that's good. Thank you, Pauline. This one is absolutely amazing. It opens up, and what happens is you put your rolls of ribbon in here, you put your ribbon thread through here, so when it closes up, the rolls of ribbon keep it closed like that, and you just pull whichever colour you want. Isn't that clever? I think I might have to speak to the person here and work out how this one's done. It says Shelley D, handcrafter, care of Hannah Jones. So I'm not quite sure if the idea was from one person and made by the other, but I can find that out. But I'm very impressed with that. This is a cute idea as well, and it's coming undone. Unfortunately, these things do take quite a hammering trying to get them back home again, although I think they do very well to survive as they do. Beautiful little basket, and this has been made just by strips of DSP, so that must be what, 1, 2, 3, 4 strips, 6, 7, 8, yes, and then one for the handle. Great idea, that. And of course goodies inside too. Now this is a box that I think these may be retiring as well. Again, don't quote me on that, but I think they are. But we can buy these boxes from the catalogue. Inside here is, so what happens, we buy the plain boxes and then we decorate them. So this has been decorated by Kathy Tablecock. I've already seen her name. Okay, I think that I've swapped twice with Kathy then. But inside a beautiful box of bag of lavender. It smells absolutely beautiful. Okay, so this box is basically the same as the box that I did, that I called the indented box. And the difference is this one has been made with the ribbon, the holes being punched at the end of these folds, whereas I did mine in the middle. Just a minute, let me show you. Okay, so the holes on this one have been right at the end here, and on that one at the end, and both on the other side. But on mine, I did mine, so the holes were done like that, so it was more dented. Okay. I called mine indented, but that's very clever. It's given another option for the box that I did. And in here, there's a little tea bag, and this was made by Claire Leonard. So thank you for that, Claire. Let's put another spin on my little box, so that's good. Right, now this one, look at the size of this. This is really generous, and this was made by Anne Angelina Clark. So inside there's Kit Kat, biscuits, sweets, a wipe, and also a card. As you can see, I've opened it. I haven't taken these out yet. But inside here, all matching up with the front here, is a gift tag and a card. Oh, look. To my fellow demo, hope you had a blast at Telford 2016. Enjoy this little gift set. I hope it brings you inspiration in your time of need. That is just so thoughtful, Angelina. Thank you. That is just so kind, so generous. And beautiful. I love the colour scheme. Again, this is my favourite DSP. Okay. This is cute as well. I think this is probably one of my very first swaps. We were still in the foyer. From the, I think the stamp set is called Bear Hugs. But she's done that on like cardstock. I don't know whether it's been adhered onto paper or not. Cardstock adhered onto thicker card. But that's really cute, like that. Now this is one that I haven't opened. This is by Sandra at Ronald, but I haven't opened it because it's been stapled there and I didn't want to spoil things before the video. So I'm going to just pull that off now. And inside, oh sweeties, two of my favourites. So let's put Sandra in there. So many thanks for that, that's good. Look at this. That keeps coming off. But 3 bees in here. And this has been knitted and the knitting instructions are inside. Now I haven't opened this up because I can't see who has actually made this. I remember the lady giving it to me. She was she only had 3 left by the time she got to me. This is Stampin Up Designs. But no, her name's not in there. It's Derbyshire Wildlife Trust. Yeah, it's just the trust there. It doesn't have her name on it. So whoever you are that made this, thank you very much. It is really lovely. I know the bees are under threat at the moment because of the government allowing highly toxic weed killers and such like, and there are plenty of campaigns going on to get the government to stop allowing them, which I really think they should do. They should stop them. Right, okay, here we have a little rose scented sachet, and this was made by Gillian, so thank you for that. This is a little bag type thing which it opens by Velcro and the sides are adhered down, and then inside there's a couple of little frog chocolates, so that's very cute. Then we have these two. This one's a box that's got a slanted roof, so it looks like a little birdhouse. Oh, this is retiring. The bird punch, build a bird punch. Really sad about that. And then inside here, there's a little card created by Julia, and elderberry and echinacea with elderflower, and also peppermint and licorice. Oh, I love licorice. And this was made by Julia Batten, so thank you, Julia. So a lot of work gone into that one as well. And then this box here, which I was able to look at, I wasn't sure whether I could or not because I didn't know whether any of this was stuck down, but this has been made by Helen Owen, and inside, with a nice surprise, 4 scented tea lights. Oh, they smell lovely. So I'll pop that back in there and sort that out later. This I thought was a really cute idea. I assume these are Smarties in there. They've got S on them. I don't know, do Smarties put S on them now? Don't know, but that's cute. That's not really a straw, that's just the DSP that's been rolled up to resemble a straw. Love it. I have 2 pencils here. Well, no, 1 pen, which has got a flower on the top, which is really very well done. I think that's the Fun Flower Punch. I don't know. I haven't dismantled it yet to find out exactly. And this is another one, and I've had to leave the cellophane bag on this because I couldn't get the name off of it, and it's Tracy Allen, and she presumably has used the, oh, she's folded some DSP in half and then probably used the French scissors to cut up. And I'm not sure what kind of pencil this is. It's a white one. I don't know if it's going to be a chalk pencil, but that's great, thank you. And of course these always look good, look. Don't the colours go together well? Now those I suspect are M&Ms. I don't know, possibly not, because I thought M&Ms had their initial on them. And that was made by Leslie Bromfield, thank you. This is a little, what we call a sour cream container. Again, haven't opened it. This was made by Fiona Whitehead. I know how these are made, so I'm going to open it to find out what's inside. Sorry, Fiona. Oh, Werther's original, lovely. Yep, like Werther's, thank you. Okay, then there's this little box, another one I haven't opened. So I hope there's name inside this one. There we go. And little goodie in there, and here we go. Thank you, Joy. Oh no, Jo. Josephine Nairn. Thank you. Takes quite a bit of patience to make small boxes. Okay, so that's good. And then we have another one similar to the hearts that had the chocolate in between. This is a cup that's got chocolate in between. And this was made by Elkie Burden. Thank you. And this is another one I haven't opened. I can see what's inside there. But that has been done up really tight. It's a double knot, so I can't undo it. So this opens up. So you slide something inside there. It's a great idea. Oops. And I just love the biscuits. I love these. Really, really super. And that was made by Hannah Jones. Thank you, Hannah. So Hannah's name was associated with that ribbon box as well. Right, this was made by my friend Sarah Wickens. That's closed by a Velcro. And more of my favourite biscuits. This was made by Sam Hammond. And inside here is a chocolate, dreamy chocolate, treat size. That's good. And this one, no name on the outside, and I haven't opened it yet. I will do now. And I hope there's a name on the inside. If I can get it opened. This really does feel... Oh. After somebody's gone to all this trouble making something, I really don't like being so destructive. Well, it looks like it's a packet of love hearts in there. Oh yes, we are going to get a name. Well, no intention of us finding out who it is. Let me see if I can use scissors. I have to make sure I don't lose any of the pieces because it looks as if I'm going to have to put the name back together again like a puzzle. Right, okay, there we go, love hearts. Ah, Jacqueline Calder. So, thank you for sharing with me. Thank you, Jacqueline, sorry, I better not call you Jackie. A lot of people don't like that. Now I have a little flat box made by Lynn Fahy, and inside here is a massive bar of chocolate. Look at that. Oh, lovely. Keep me going for ages. This is really, really cute. This little box. Got the vellum butterfly with the DSP butterfly underneath, and the flowers are vellum on top, and is that cardstock underneath. So she's made the box, decorated it, coloured it, and inside there's a little pot that you can plant, and it attracts butterflies. Whatever these flowers are, butterflies love them. And there's no name here. Oh no. Again, all this work and I don't know who did it. Oh well, never mind. If anybody's watching this video and I'm showing your swap and I haven't been able to say your name, please let me know. I can always put your name up on the screen afterwards. Now this has been made with our little pyramid die. I don't know what's inside there. Unfortunately this is sealed as well, so I'm going to have to force this open. It's a whale. Okay, so that's its fins and that's its tail at the back and that's its spout, which I think is so clever. And underneath here, I can't think of the name of the stuff, but it's a clear gluey type thing that dries. It's not a Stampin' Up product, but it does give you this dimension underneath. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Right, okay, so if we... Oh right, I don't have to open this too much. Oh, got some chocolate money in here. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's great. I can put that back together again. I'm pleased about that. I think... so who made that? No, no name for that one either. Again, I remember the lady giving me that. Right, that's all my swaps. I have 3 other things to show you, and these were presents. This one was a present from our team leader, Natalie, and inside here I found a packet of our iced rhinestones. So that was really very generous of you, Natalie, so thank you very much for that. This was given to me by somebody in Natalie's team. I'm in Natalie's team and there's various, it's like a family tree. Natalie's at the top and we're all going off down there. And this is Rebecca. And she has made this. I've just bought myself a machine that does this kind of thing, the rings. But inside here, there's 5 little post-it notepads. In here, there's 3 post-it notepads. There's 2 in here. 1 in here. And 1 in here. And she's done all this decoration on the side here as well. Made with my own 2 hands, Rebecca. Wilmore. So that is absolutely amazing. So thank you very much for that, Rebecca. That's beautiful. And last by no means least, and I have opened this one up, so I'm afraid you're going to have to use your imaginations what this one looked like. This is from my upline. She brought all of us one of these mugs, and what she had done was she made a base and she'd stood them all in like that. Then she'd put this into a cello bag, tied some pink ribbon around it at the top, and then onto the ribbon she had made these. So it's thank you, and as a little trinket, and that's a fairy because she calls her team the fairies. I don't know, let me, oh, if I put it like that you should be able to see it. There we go. Isn't that cute? I am pleased to say that we've got a set of fairy stamps coming out in the new catalogue. So there we go. Finally, these are the kind of things I made for my swaps. It wasn't these particular designs, but it was this idea of a record card keyring pad. Bit of a mouthful, but they all had, for swaps they only had the ring on it. I had problems with the clips, but that's what I was swapping. So there you go, that is just about everything, I think. I'm looking around just to make sure that I haven't forgotten anything. Yes, I have forgotten something, look at that. I've just got 4 or 5 items here that don't have names on. Let's move those out. Let me just show you these. There's that one, lovely colour combo, no name. This one I absolutely love. I remember talking to the lady about this one, but no name. This one, thank you. I do wonder if that should have been attached to something else. Then there's this one. There's writing on the back, but no actual name. And last but by no means least, there's this one which says happy birth, so new baby card, and that's got a little fold up, whichever way you like. So if these belong to you, please let me know, because as I say, I can put the your name up on the screen. Even once I've published the video, I can do that. So there we go. Many thanks to everybody who swapped with me. I absolutely love what I've received. So many thanks for watching my video. If you've enjoyed watching, please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button. Till next time, many thanks for joining me. Happy crafting. Cheerio.